So on today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some things that have been in the background. These are little knickknacks, mementos, like little Easter eggs to things that have been in my life. Um, you know, uh, they've been in a couple of films already. Will be in future films, like in the quarters, whatnot. But they were just something that I thought would be kind of fun to kind of go through and see some of those things. And me personally explain like why some of them are in the films and why they'll continue to be in the films. So, the first one, and I think this is in one of George's films that I did, or maybe it was an Avalon one. I'm not sure. Again, when you do so many films, you're just like, I don't know. But this one is my brother had sent me this. And this is of a drawing that I did back in '97. This was of our band Gelf. Green-eyed little fishies is what I think that stood for. But that's my brother Dan over there, and that's our friend Robert, and then that's me back when I had hair, playing the bass. But yeah, he took that drawing, put it on a shirt, sent that to me, and I thought that was so cool that I put that in one of my films. Um, because anytime someone does something like that for me, takes the time to actually, do something special, I always try to, kind of return that favor and, put that in a film. So at least, other people will be like, oh, wow, that's kind of cool. Um, and as a lot of people know, George likes to do paintings. So I asked him if he would do one of my ranch. Now, this is actually a place where I did grow up. I did grow up on this ranch. It's not just a stock footage photo or whatnot. This is an actual picture of where I grew up. So I had I had him do kind of a glossed over painting of. Hey son, what you looking for, buddy?
I got a car.
You sure do, buddy. So I asked him if he would kind of gloss over, get the painting of it, and he did. So I put in the corner "Good Journey" and then dash Holt, and this is something that will be in Menard's ready room or quarters, because "Good Journey" is a phrase that both those people use toward each other. It's kind of a quote of affection, um, and that's something that will be used more and more between those two characters. Just because I think that sounds cool, and it kind of indicates like what happened between those two, like what does it mean, so I thought that was kind of cool. Then this is a painting that Royce did in October 2017, and he did this with Mona, and it's just a finger painting. He was, I think, about 9 months old, 8 or 9 months old. um, and this actually hangs up in Royce's room. And when I need it, I just take it off his wall and put it in my den. And then when I'm done, I put it back on his wall. Yeah, to me, I think this kind of looks like one of those like really cool Art Deco things, and just kind of a weird splash and color in the background, And when Royce, when he gets too old for this to be in his room, or he's like, I don't want that, I want something else, Um, I'll probably hang this in my room just because it's like it's been in so many of my films. But I really enjoy that piece of art, because you know, it's putting these in my films is kind of the equivalent of parents when they put their kids' drawing on the refrigerator. You're proud of it. It's kind of cool. So I think that's probably one of the most background uh, pieces that I use the most for Menard's Ready Room, besides a picture that's appropriate for that film, of the friends or the crew or whatever. I think as for a generic piece of art, or prop, I think that's probably the one I use the most, just because I can look at that and be like, my son did that. And then here's another. Here's just pictures that I use for the background of Menard's Ready Room, and this is the actual first time that Royce went to sets. Um, and he was, I think, 3 months old in this picture, and he's wearing little Valiant combat or little Valiant patch, and I'm in my red cage era uniform. But we were shot at Starbase Studios in Arkansas, um, and that day we shot the Valhalla Stone, Dark Glimmer, and Menard. Um, we also shot First Duty, and oh heck, we shot something else, and I forget what, but we shot 5 films that day. And at the time that hadn't really been done before, but I was really pressing to be like, no, let's get this done. Like, we need to get this done. But I really wanted Royce to be there on set with me because it was very important for me to take my kid. I wanted my kid with me. Whenever I go film, I want my wife and my kid with me. Even if they're not on set with me the whole time, to at least go, let's get a picture, let's remember this moment. And then he'll usually go venture off with mama. She'll have spots picked out. But we always make it kind of a family thing when we go. Even though I have work to do, I always take Royce with me. He always goes to the sets. But this is the very first set that we built here at home. And actually, I'm sitting in the same exact spot we took the picture in. This star field is this window over here, which is basically you can see the tape here, and that when there's no light shining through, you can't see the tape, and it just looks like a regular big star field, but it's just 6 pieces of paper taped together. And then this back wall is this right here, my gray cardboard painted. That's all that is there. But we took. It was a Thursday. I gathered all the cardboard. Friday we spent a couple hours cutting it, and then Saturday we finished cutting and then started painting. Royce was on my deck. He had his empty paintbrush roller and was painting. Painting. His pieces. Helping his dad out, and we finished it, and then so he went to bed that night, and when he woke up. Before I cooked him breakfast, I was like, hold on just a second, Turkey Butt, let's go in here. And I opened up my den door, and he saw the full, with the table and the model and everything, he saw the full ready room, and he was like, oh, spaceship. And he ran a couple times around that ready room table, just amazed, that we build sets. And that's one of the reasons why I want to build the full sets here in my den, is to, one, kind of live the excitement of, having my own sets. It's kind of bragging rights, to be like, I did that. That's cool. Two, to kind of film, what little parts I need, and kind of continue doing films on my own. And then three, give my kid a spaceship. What, what dad gets to do that, with his kid, because I know how much fun he had in the old ready room, and it's. You guys who have followed me know that Royce pops up from time to time. It's the same thing here. He's very interactive with the stuff that I do, and I love having him around. So it's, I can't wait to get these sets built. But that was the first set that we had built. So then this one is also in the background. Usually it's in the later years of Menard. Because I'm in the First Contact uniform, and Royce is actually in the Love Boat: The Next Generation parody uniform. Gary Davis had sent him that because at the time I was asking for uniforms. I really didn't want to do fundraisers because I usually don't do a lot of fundraisers, but I was asking anyone, hey, if you got even if it's a tattered old uniform, I'll fix it. So. Anyone who has anything, please send it, and Gary Davis sent quite a few uniforms, and that was one of them, because his son, obviously, can't wear it now. So he was like, this would be perfect for Royce if he can fit it, and Royce did. So when we went down to Georgia sets, the neutral zone, I got a picture with Royce, in uniform in front of the Warp Core, because to me it was very important for Menard to actually be, in engineering, being, the chief engineer of the Valiant. I really wanted Menard in engineering, so I wanted to get that memory with Royce, considering I didn't expect to go back, not anytime soon, because it's such a long ways away. You okay, son? Are you okay?
I've got a
Let's see, bud. Let's see. Come here. You okay? Let's see. I think it's. Oh, it's okay.
I've got a
No, it's okay, bud.
So I can't run.
You can't run. Does that hurt?
Yes.
Does that hurt? 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 That doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. I think you're okay. All right, go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, since I didn't expect to go back, because it's an 18-hour drive, and I don't have money to fly all the time, so I really wanted to get a picture of me and my son in front of, the engineering set, because it's so impressive. And memories like that, they don't come easy. So,
Hey, Dada,
yeah, son.
look.
Okay.
What's this?
I don't know.
Look at these.
Mhm. There you go. Oh, that's from your Play-Doh. Okay.
That's for my Play-Doh.
Mm-hmm.
That is Play-Doh. That's Play-Doh for my Play-Doh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So then, this is also another picture that is in the latter years of Menard, because he's wearing the black and the white. But this was taken at Warp 66 Studios in their shuttlecraft, and these three up here are the green screen. So I decided to put the Constar A, and the Constar B, and then Mona is in this picture right here. And it's just a good family picture. And technically, I know it breaks continuity because Constar B wouldn't be in. But I really wanted a good family picture, and to me, little things like that don't really matter. If they break continuity or not, it's like it's worth it to me to have that memory and be like, it's in there, just overlook it. Plus the fact that half my Starfleet officers wear pants sometimes, and jeans instead of actual black slacks. Like, if you're gonna nitpick over something like that, you're probably not a fan of mine. But that's a prop that I have in the background in the latter Menard years. And then this one is the last picture that is usually in the earlier adventures of Menard, the Constar, the 23rd century Constar ones that I want to do is use this one a little bit more, just because it's such a fun picture. And this is the last one we took on the Warp 66 sets. And Royce actually dressed as Spock for Halloween for his 2-year-old, or his second year Halloween. So we broke that uniform out, and I was in my command uniform. He's in his Spock uniform. We decided not to put the Vulcan ears on him because he doesn't like anything touching his ears. But like I said, all those are going to be showcased in the films in the future. So I just wanted to share some of those memories, and it's going to be in the background. So if you spot them, now you know the reason behind them. So anyway, keep on geeking on, guys.